Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the live stream if you're joining us. If you're not joining us, you're probably watching this pre-recorded, and welcome as well. I'm really excited to talk about all of the topics that we're going to be talking about today. Some of those topics include the Mandalorian season finale. Now, I know we talk like 95% DC topics here, then we get a little bit of Marvel in there, but I also like to squeeze in some Star Wars in there because, as you can see, possibly from my background, I am a huge Star Wars fan, and I've been for the most of my life. And I think what we're seeing out of this TV show is absolutely amazing. We're also going to talk about the Tom Cruise meltdown that happened this week, because I don't think none of us talked about it on any of our channels. And I think what I'm going to try to do is get these live streams going every Sunday. I'm supposed to be scheduled for Fridays, but if I can't get a Friday one in, I'm gonna definitely stream on Sundays, and hopefully we can just enjoy the morning coffee together and talk about any topic, mostly comic book related, but other topics like this as well that's really pertinent to the industry. And then we're also gonna talk about the current Wonder Woman box office and what it's looking like right now as we gear up for the December 25th release on HBO Max and in theaters. But I don't even know if there are any theaters open right now. If you are watching right now and you do have theaters open near you, let me know where you guys are watching from, because I'm really curious. I'm over here in California and everything is currently on lockdown. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Gal Gadot's comments on Joss Whedon and what she had to say about that, and also talk a little bit updates on Zack Snyder's Justice League. And that's what we're talking about in today's stream. I'm going to go ahead and see if anyone's willing to join in before I start. But if you are joining us right now and you are watching, definitely let me know in the chat where you guys are watching from. Good morning. Give you guys a quick update on what's going on before we get started with some of the stories. Darren posted on our community page that we are going to be live streaming. Let me see if I can actually pull that up. We're going to be live streaming YouTube. Let's go. We're going to be live streaming Wonder Woman 1984 a review on that Sunday after. Let's see here. Actually, I don't have it up there. I remember what it is. It is on Sunday at 11 a.m. That's Sunday after Wonder Woman drops, so the 27th. That's when we're going to be doing our review. Jump into the live stream if you can. And just before we get started today, I want to let you guys know what came in the mail. I'm so juiced for this. My Dark Side shirt came in the mail. If you guys bought a Dark Side shirt from Ink to the People, obviously in support of American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, let me know in the comments. Pretty awesome. I'm gonna be rocking this, and I should have bought two because this design is just so sick. So if you guys bought one, definitely let me know in the comments. Yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at what Twitter's saying. Maybe later on in the stream. I always love Twitter and interacting with everyone on Twitter, so definitely follow us if you haven't. With that being said, let's get into the Star Wars Mandalorian season 2 finale, and it was all types of insane. I gotta tell you what I'm thinking of this whole season so far. I think it absolutely hit a home run with this season, but I was really nervous about the beginning, because I thought it started off okay, especially with that. Oh, and by the way, there's gonna be spoilers up ahead. If you guys haven't seen the finale of Mandalorian season 2, definitely watch that. I don't know what you're doing. Watch that first, come back to this, or skip if you're watching this pre-recorded. So spoilers ahead again. But Mandalorian season 2 started off okay, with that Boba Fett teaser at the end of episode 1. Then it went into some, the episode with all the spiders, and I was kind of worried. It felt like Star Wars to me, but you had Grogu, Baby Yoda at the time, eating a bunch of eggs. It just felt wrong, and I was kind of worried about where the season was going. But then we got the Bo-Katan episode. What's up, Ryan boy? What's going on, man? Thanks for joining in. But yeah, we got the Bo-Katan episode that got me super hyped, especially for those of you old school Star Wars fans who got into the Clone Wars animated series, which absolutely added a ton of lore to the Star Wars universe, and sprinkled in with a lot of childish episodes, but it absolutely added a lot of great things to the Star Wars universe, and Bo-Katan was one of them, and we got her in live action, which was awesome. Then it led up to Ahsoka Tano and Rosario Dawson's portrayal of Ahsoka Tano. Oh man, that was absolutely nuts. And then fast forward, Boba Fett reveal, and then this last episode. Again, spoilers for this last episode right now. Luke Skywalker, just like his father before him in Rogue One, has his version of a Marvel hallway fight scene, and it is glorious. Now, I didn't think they were going to do anything like this because it's what we got out of the sequel trilogy wasn't the greatest. I enjoyed a lot of it, but still not the greatest Star Wars out there. But it just, you never felt they would take a chance like this. But you got Dave Filoni in charge, who is kind of like the he's like basically trained under George Lucas himself, so he's super knowledgeable. Got Jon Favreau, huge Star Wars fan, and they gave us Luke back. They gave us Luke in all the glory that we wanted to see in The Last Jedi. We all wanted to see Luke cutting and slashing with his green lightsaber, to quote Q-Tip in that old alcoholic song back in the 90s. I don't know if anyone even heard that song, but we wanted to see Luke do this for so long, and we got to see him do it, and it felt just like Luke. This was Luke from Return of the Jedi, and it felt right. It felt like this is the version of Luke that, we should have gotten in The Last Jedi. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy portions of The Last Jedi, huge portions of it actually, and I think they can work together hand in hand, especially with the continuity that they have right now. If I had to pick one, I would prefer to choose this Luke to see and expand on. And I'm really curious about what is going to happen between Luke, Grogu, and Ben Solo, because we know Ben is going to come and wreck shop later on in Luke's training. So really curious. If anyone's watching right now, let me know what you guys thought of that Mandalorian season 3 finale. There's a lot to be discussed, and I'm still super hyped about it. I couldn't get off of Twitter and social media right after I watched the episode. Let me know what you guys thought about that, because there's other things that we got to talk about too. There's Bo-Katan and the Darksaber, and how she's possibly going to have to go up against Din Djarin and reclaim that Darksaber, which is kind of curious, because I do remember in I think it was in Rebels, Bo-Katan was given the lightsaber and she didn't have to fight for it. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but that's going to be crazy. I'm wondering what she's going to do with Din possibly being in line to now lead the Mandalorians. And then we got Boba Fett at that post-credit scene. That Boba Fett post-credit scene was absolutely nuts, because dude is just a crime boss now. And I was a little skeptical about Boba Fett in the beginning, because I was like, oh, they're turning him into kind of a good guy, but no, Boba Fett is still Boba Fett, still the most badass bounty hunter out there, and he's once again a crime lord. Absolutely nuts, guys. So yeah, if you guys are watching, whoever's watching out there, welcome. And if you guys saw Mandalorian season 2, definitely let me know what you guys thought about it. I'm hoping Pedro Pascal, who also is in Wonder Woman 1984, did comment on the drama that was going on behind the scenes. He kind of denied it, as he probably should if he's trying to play well with Disney. So there's a lot of talk about the drama, but I'm not even talking about the drama. I'm talking about the awesomeness that was the entire season. So let me know what you guys thought about that. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the Tom Cruise meltdown. Now, if you're joining us again, we're covering also Wonder Woman box office in a little bit. We're going to talk about Gal Gadot's comments on Joss Whedon and some Snyder Cut updates, whatever's out there, and we'll talk about it. So Tom Cruise, my boy Tom Cruise. We're going to have to go to Twitter for this one. So let's check out our Twitter, and because here's my reaction to that last 10 minutes of Mandalorian, by the way. That was my reaction right there. So Tom Cruise, we're going to play this audio. I don't know if it'll play the audio through the speaker right now. I'm going to play it in a second, but Tom Cruise went off, guys. He went off because he is currently shooting Mission Impossible 7. Pretty crazy how they're already on 7 movies for this franchise. But Mission Impossible 7, and basically some people on the set broke COVID guidelines. Now, I don't know what exactly they did. In the recording, you could hear him saying, I don't ever want to see it again. So I'm not sure exactly what they did. But they broke COVID guidelines. And Tom Cruise, who is a producer for the film and obviously is the star of the film, has a lot riding on this. But it's not just him. And with this whole COVID situation, it, of course, is never just about you. It's about your fellow coworker, your relatives, your friends and family. It's about not getting them sick, okay? You might not get sick. You might not feel any symptoms at all, but you might pass it on to someone who is sick. Now, a lot of people still, it's crazy, a lot of people still think this crap is fake. It's not fake. I got a brother who works in a COVID ward right now. Crazy. And he just talked about how it went from like 7 people to like 71 real quick, and in the COVID or the ICU or something like that. But this shit is real. And Tom Cruise went off on his people and his staff. Now, a lot of people are on two sides of the fence. Like, hey, Tom Cruise flipped out way too much. But I'm more on the side of this was glorious to hear someone go off and just really take this shit seriously, because the industry is on the line. Now, let me see if I could play it. And you guys could hear it.
You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm not going to play the whole thing,
Every studio at night.
but you can hear him going off.
Producers.
Damn, insurance
They're
companies.
looking at us and using us to make
So the
their
thing
money.
is,
We are creating thousands of jobs.
he acknowledges
I don't
that
ever
people are
wanna
losing
see
their
it
houses.
again.
I don't ever want to see it again. So I don't know what he did.
Don't do it.
They had.
If I see you do it again, you're gone. And
So I'm going to
anyone
fast forward to the end of it. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
understand what I want. You understand
He's asking them if they understand
that you have.
their responsibility.
Reason. And if you can't be reasonable,
He doesn't fire him.
can't deal with your logic, you're fired.
He said, if you can't deal with them, if you can't deal with this logic, you're fired. So Tom Cruise, man, I think he's an absolute boss, man. I love the guy. And I really hope that, apparently he took a vacation after all of this. I really hope that he doesn't get hit too hard because of this, because his reputation, at least, because he's taking this seriously. Now, a lot of people are talking about, hey, man, you shouldn't flip out like that. You can't talk to people like that. I think you can. If he's the boss, I think he can. He didn't do anything unreasonable. He didn't fire the people. So, man, Tom Cruise, I love the guy, man. I love almost every movie he's in. And it's funny because a lot of people talked about how he's bringing his character from Tropical Thunder. I can't remember what the movie's called, but I forgot his name. But it totally sounds like it. Tom Cruise, absolute boss. Can't wait for Mission Impossible 7. And yeah, man, I hope people take it seriously, because this is a serious topic. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about Tom Cruise. We'll move on to the next topic. I think I've said all I need to say about Tom Cruise. It's pretty crazy. So let me know what you guys think. Let's move on and talk about this. I haven't read about this yet, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Wonder Woman 1984 box office. So we're gonna kind of read that together. So let me find it right here. Okay, so I am on Hollywood Reporter. Let's go back to the internet screen right here. So I'm on the Hollywood Reporter, and here you can see it says China box office, Wonder Woman 1984 limps towards second place opening. Now, just first impressions, I don't think like I don't know if the first Wonder Woman did so well from my memory in China. I know Hollywood is trying to establish a strong foothold in China just because of the movie-going audience over there. There is a huge, vast population of people that's just potential for growth in interest and revenue over there. So, of course, Hollywood's trying to get a foothold in China for a lot of things, but some things just haven't hit. Now, it looks like Wonder Woman is one of them. So let's, there's no spoilers in here, I don't think. So let's go ahead and read some of it and just go over this. And let's see. Wonder Woman 1984 is off to a sluggish start in China. The Warner Brothers superhero tentpole opened Friday in direct competition with Chinese action flick The Rescue, directed by Dante Lam. And as of 5 p.m. in Beijing, the local favorite had stacked out a commanding lead. The Rescue's mid-evening total stood at 8.9 million and climbing compared to just 4.6 or I don't know what RMB means, 30 million. For Wonder Woman 1984, according to the estimate from Artisan Gateway. So I guess Wonder Woman debuted, the first one in 2017 debuted in with 38 million, finished at 90 million for China. Yeah, this doesn't look very good. Obviously, we are in difficult times, but hard to say if the movie would have completely hit even if it wasn't, even if it was completely if we were in good times. Now I gotta say, the marketing campaign leading up to the movie, it got me excited, a little intrigued, but a little worried when I started to see the direction that the movie was going in. I know that there was the first scene was released, and the Hans Zimmer score was actually released online. I haven't watched any of that stuff because I want to watch the movie with a fresh palette. I don't want to kind of judge it any more than I already have from the trailers and any of the little clips that have been dropped. But apparently it's certified fresh. Wonder Woman is like certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, last I checked. And a lot of people are, they are saying that it's taking the movie and the tone of Wonder Woman in a different direction. And I'm going to go ahead and judge it for what it is when I see it on the 25th. So, not much to say there. So it doesn't really go into how it was received out there. But I'll just read the little last portion right here. Gal Gadot's amazing Amazon Warrior will need a surprise lift from somewhere, such as a generous screen share from IMAX in China. It currently has 90% of the country's 700 plus giant screens this weekend, or perhaps strong turnout from families on Saturday and Sunday to emerge from this weekend in stride. So yeah, not the strongest Wonder Woman 1984 performance so far. Kind of unfortunate. I want this movie to succeed, and I want the theaters to benefit from Wonder Woman's success, and there's a whole issue in regards to that. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and hopefully Wonder Woman will pick up. Yeah, that's all I can really hope. And let me know what you guys think of that. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Wonder Woman. I know people on Twitter that we follow somehow have. So really kind of curious. Now let's go ahead and go on to Gal Gadot's comments on Joss Whedon's Justice League reshoots. All right. And before we get into that, I'm seeing a little bit of maybe the stream is lagging. I think my stream is lagging right now. Let me know if you guys are watching right now. Let me know how the stream is doing. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue. Gal Gadot's comments on Whedon's Justice League reshoots. I'm here on Heroic Hollywood. Not always the best place for articles, but sometimes it does summarize what's going on. And so we do know the investigation with Ray Fisher and Warner Brothers has concluded, and there has been there has been a victory of sorts. Apparently, Warner Brothers did take some action with some people, but we're going to see what Gal Gadot has to say about this. So in an interview with the Los Angeles Times, Gal Gadot reflected on her own experience with Joss Whedon and showed her support for Justice League co-star Ray Fisher. "I'm happy for Ray to go out and speak his truth. I wasn't there with the guys when they shot with Joss Whedon. I had my own experience with him, which wasn't the best one, but I took care of it there, and when it happened, I took it to higher-ups, and they took care of it, but I'm happy for Ray to go up and say his truth." So that's what Gal has to say about that. She was able to get it fixed. Apparently, when Ray Fisher tried to take his issues higher up, apparently Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon got involved and did what they did to Ray. And, Gal maybe has a little bit more pull because of her success as Wonder Woman. It's really unfortunate. I'm glad, though, that she is showing her support. She isn't denying anything. She did say she had some unpleasant experiences with Joss Whedon, and there's an infamous scene in the Justice League movie where she didn't want to have Flash land on her, on top of her, and apparently they used a body double for that. So, pretty nuts. I am glad Gal is going out and supporting Ray Fisher, and hopefully we see continuous support for Ray Fisher in these times. And apparently he got a new role. I forget what the role was, but he announced it on Twitter. And yeah, I'm glad for the guy, man. Hopefully we see more of Cyborg, and it leads to more opportunities, and hopefully it leads to a Justice League 2. And with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Justice League before we end this stream. So Justice League 2. Let me try and get this. There we go. So now Snyder Cut confirmed for a March release by Zack Snyder. Now, March doesn't seem too... there may... correct me if I'm wrong. There may have been other reasons to possibly release in March. I think his daughter, Autumn, passed away in March. I think it was March 20th, if I remember correctly. But you guys can definitely correct me. There might have been other reasons. I can't remember when Batman v Superman was released. It might have been in March as well. So it was confirmed. Zack Snyder confirmed that it was going to be a March release. Let's go ahead and check out what else he had to say. So he posted some stuff on Vero just saying the sound crew is doing an amazing job. Got the scene where we hopefully see Martian Manhunter in there. So he is reformatting BVS. Darren did a video on it, and he showed it pretty cool. He showed the comparisons of what the 4/3 ratio is compared to the, I think, 16:9 ratio. So we're going to get that. Snyder Cut's coming out, possibly in theaters. Zach talked about getting... He was watching it in IMAX. He posted it right here. So pretty awesome. If I can, I will definitely watch it in theaters. March is a great event for me personally because I'm in charge of a, every year I put together a superhero 5K, 10K race. This year I'm going to do a virtual race. Not do it myself, but put it together as the coordinator of the event. And I always donate some of the proceeds, or our work donates proceeds to the Parkinson's Foundation, a big cause that I fight for, and a fight that I'm involved in as an instructor, exercise instructor for people with Parkinson's. So March is a great month to do this. It's going to really get the whole superhero feeling kind of just ingrained in everyone that, I work with. So I'm glad it's going to be releasing in March. I need this energy, and I'm excited. So yeah, that is all of the stories for today, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of them. Obviously, the huge news or the huge topic for today was the discussion with Boba Fett and also Wonder Woman's box office. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please let me know in the comments down below. Please give us a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'm hoping the stream comes out well because I'm seeing that there might be some connectivity issues here. So let me know. I'm not seeing any lag on my end, but there may be potentially. So I apologize if the stream went bad. Stay tuned for that Sunday after the 27th at 11 a.m. Darren and I are going to do our Wonder Woman live stream review. And yeah, thank you guys for watching again. Catch you guys later.